What's up, everyone? This is Logan Shinholster with Full Sail Marketing coming at you live on a Tuesday evening. Getting ready for a pretty big weekend here in Charlotte. We actually have our big NASCAR race, so this weekend might be a bit slow on the Facebook Live scene, but we're going to make sure that we, hit a home run tonight. So, I'm Logan. I am the owner of Full Sail Marketing, and we are a end-to-end, full-on, ready to go digital marketing company for contractors and local businesses. Now, with us and what we do, we love to use a lot of social media, which is why we're doing all this Facebook Live stuff. And the way that we know that you're enjoying it, you're getting some stuff out of it, is just dropping a comment below or sharing this to let us know this stuff is great, keep it going. Or if we start to see just a slew of nothings, then we'll know maybe our message is falling on deaf ears. So do us a favor, and if this is great stuff, or if we're about to explore a contractor's website that you know somebody in that industry that may need to see this, send this to them because this may be their wake-up call. So tonight we're going to go over another random contractor's website, just totally random. I'm not going to be the bad guy. It's going to be these wheels of fortune that we found online to determine what's good and what they can improve upon to make sure that they're not only getting phone calls and leads, but they're getting the right ones. Just because we're getting a lot of phone calls doesn't always mean that necessarily turns into revenue. So let's figure out what we got going on. So let's jump right in. What we're going to do, we're going to pick contractor. We've done electrician, we've done arborist. Now we're going to go with a painter. We actually have a client that is painting. So we have a little bit of experience. Let's see where we're doing it. A painter in the city of Indianapolis. Okay. So let's see what we got. Painting. Okay. Let's do painting company in Indianapolis. And again, like we always do, I'm not going to pick someone on page 9 of Google because just like with Yelp, when you're looking for your pizza, you're probably not going to go to page 9 to find the company for your family. So let's do someone that's got good SEO because we know that whatever they're doing is getting them to show up high in Google's eyes. So let's dive right in. We're going to go, speaking of diving right in, let's go all in on goallinpainting.com. Now, it shows a commercial painting company in Castleton, Indiana. Now, it's funny because whenever you see stuff like, oh, well, I just do commercial, unless you're a government contractor where you only really get jobs and that you get to bid on by going on their list of approved vendors, then commercial is not really that much different from residential because there's still people in these larger commercial industries that, let's say they work at a commercial building and they need a painter. They still go on Facebook. They still go on Google. They still listen to podcasts. So there's not really much difference in selling B2B versus B2C as far as your marketing efforts. Now, there's maybe a little bit, and there's more that really goes into LinkedIn and stuff like that. But for the most part, you don't really need to change your website based on, oh, I only do commercial versus, oh, I only do residential. So let's check out what allinpainting.com has in store for us. So they start off with what we like, which is going to be an image that with a bit of an overview about what they do. Indianapolis area painters. Okay, so we know damn well what they do. They're in the Indianapolis area and they're painters, and that's about it so far. So if you scroll down a little bit, which they make us do, is they have request a free quote today. So this is going to be their call to action, meaning when you come to our site, this is what we want you to do. We want you to request a free quote, which is great, but let me tell you about a little caveat. We've mentioned this before, and I'm going to mention it again because it's not going to go away. You walk into a department store, and you want to buy a shirt, you walk right in. The very first thing that happens is a sales rep walks up and says, "Can I help you out?" And you go, "Just looking." All right? You may know you need help, but because you don't want to be bombarded with getting sold to, You're just looking. So with this request a free quote today, this is a just looking scenario. All right. Show them, your potential customers, what you can do for them before you ask something from them. You got to give before you take. Give them something before you take their information in. Otherwise, they don't trust you. All right, right now, I don't trust this person enough to give them my name, my phone number, my email address, maybe my location of where I live, because I don't know anything about them. I don't even know if I want to talk to them. And that is not going to be the best route to go with getting their information immediately, okay? So here's a bit of a discrepancy. Let me show you this. If I hover, and hopefully this will show it, if I hover over the top of this tab, it's going to say Commercial Painting Services in Castleton, Indiana, which means that whoever set up their SEO is going for commercial painting. If this was set up properly, then it would say All In Painting with like a dash, Commercial and Residential Painting Services in Indianapolis. Okay? That's how you want to set your SEO stuff up. So whoever did this means that they're probably going to have a much better chance at getting found for commercial, not residential. So that is a bit of an issue since it says they do residential and commercial. So it should somehow say both. All right? Not the end of the world. Clearly they showed up for what we were searching for when we said painting company, Indianapolis, but you know, that's just the name of the game. So let's scroll down, and they split their website in two, residential and commercial. Now, if this was me, this website would come right in, and instead of it having this, you know, big image, which is fine, and then to get a free quote, it would have two buttons. One would say residential on the left side, one would say commercial on the right side, because that way when you get to the site, whoever's looking at it gets to decide immediately, am I this or am I that? Because those are two different avenues that they get to take themselves down. And the more that you tailor it to them, the more that they're going to build trust with you because they feel like you're speaking their language. If we have an entire painting website that's all about painting houses and residential, and you have a commercial client come in, just because you're a painting company and you can do commercial, if you don't show that you can do commercial and you only focus on residential, they're not really going to trust that you can do commercial. So if it's me and this is my website, I want it to go residential, commercial, let them go down their own paths. Come down, now it shows, which is great, that they have various aspects of rooms and stuff, you know, or aspects of residential painting, which is going to be exterior painting, interior ceilings, commercial interiors. Why is that good? Because from an SEO perspective, and actually let me start with SEO first. SEO perspective, let's click on exterior painting. Somebody types in exterior painting company, Indianapolis. This should be showing up, okay? So this is going to help with both SEO because this whole page is dedicated to exterior painting services, but also it shows customers that you do this service. You can't just assume that people know that you do exterior painting, okay? You need to lay it out for them, and again, the more specific you make it towards what they want, the better that they're going to build that trust and rapport with you, okay? Now, with this, painting is a visual thing, okay? It's not like a car engine, I guess, where you can look, you know, it's just under the hood and you don't see it. Painting, you got to see it. So what do they have here? They have what's most likely a stock image at the top. First off, let me touch on this. Complete and thorough, buzzword, means nothing, okay? How many painting companies out there can say complete and thorough? Every single one, okay? Doesn't help me as a customer because I'm just going to assume everybody is complete and thorough. All right, come down. I do like how they talk about one of the big perks of exterior painting, which is to increase your curb appeal, resale value, stuff like that. Now they list out some of the aspects of the exterior painting that they do, which is good because, again, it highlights what they do. Now, if they really wanted to hammer out SEO and be found for everything, each one of these would have its own page or blog dedicated to just that one keyword or theme. All right? Now, look at this before and after. It's a big before, and I guess this is like a mini after. I don't know. It's confusing on what they're trying to do. Plus, it's at two different angles. Okay? Do you want to see a before and after picture of someone that just got in great shape, and the before is their whole body from the front, and the after is their ankles? No, doesn't do shit. Okay? So, do your best to make a before and after the exact same angle. That way people can really gauge what happened, and there's no trickery of light. All right, let's try one more thing on the residential side. Let's just try overall residential painting services, see what we get. Residential painting. It's more of a landing page that takes you to where you want to go. So that's pretty good. All right, I'm okay with that. Let's go back to commercial painting just to see what we got. Looks like they got a lot more under the commercial side. The text in my mind is a bit hard to read. It's pretty thin, and they're trying to pack a lot of stuff into one. So let's see our services. So here's something that's interesting. Look at this. They have these services right here. And then you can't click on them, but if you scroll down, they pop up. So let me just see office and conference room. So from an SEO perspective, let's highlight office and conference rooms all in painting. This is what's telling Google that, hey, this page is about this. This should say office and conference room painting services in Indianapolis. Okay, so when someone searches for that, this is popping up, because if someone right now searches for office and conference room furniture, this may pop up as well, because that's what they're telling Google this page is about. Come down for businesses looking to improve their office space. This is pretty good. I like this. It talks a bit about it. It goes into, what is specific for an office or a conference room. Now here's the one thing. I like the bullets, but I can almost guarantee you that, first off, when you shrink this page down into mobile, this is going to be one big ass paragraph. Okay? It's not going to look good. Nobody wants to read line after line after line. Number two, when you have this menu on the left side, unless they have it where they have it set up specifically where mobile is different, you're going to have to look at all these different options before you even see what this page is about. Because the way that it shrinks is the left side comes before the right side. And that's not a good look when you got to scroll through all these menu items before you got to get to this. Just let them get right to the meat of it. All right? So, all in all, this website, look, from an SEO perspective, makes total sense, because they're doing a lot of text, which you can certainly do, and we encourage it, but at the same time, there's not a single picture of an office or a conference room being painted or having paint on it, and all we got is an image of a desk, conference room desk, okay? Which I don't think they paint desks, so it means that this is just an irrelevant picture. So, show them what you can do, don't just tell them. Alright, it's great that you're number one in Google, but you got to show them all about this stuff. Let me check one more thing, see their blog. Blogging is a huge way to not only build your brand using your voice, but also to get the SEO side of it. When you talk about in blogs, very specific things. How to paint a bathroom. How much does painting a bathroom cost? Tips and tricks for painting a bathroom. I mean, those are three things that people are going to search for, and if your blog is done properly, that will pop up. So now the person is learning about how much does a bathroom cost to paint from you. You're now an industry expert. They want to learn some of the tips and tricks. They search for that for painting a bathroom. Guess who pops up again? You. And by the end of it, they're going to realize how hard it is to actually paint a bathroom. Guess who they're going to go to? The person that taught them everything. Okay? So, blogging is awesome. It shows that they're doing, they're blogging out there. How to paint your home to match your family. Not too sure if people are searching for that, but it's good that you're trying to answer questions, because people love that. Bathroom paint colors that won't go out of style. All right, so it looks like Luke Reynolds is doing a lot of this, the blogging stuff, which is awesome. Great way, again, to build the SEO, but also to build the rapport. Let me just see their Get a Quote page. Contact Us. It's kind of odd that they have a Get a Quote right into a Contact Us. Let me scroll back up. Okay, so it's just a pop-up. Okay, cool. So, that is all in painting. I would say, if I had to go all in, this is probably a website maybe like a 6.5 out of 10, mainly because there's just not images. They may be a newer company that either they don't have all these images, or they're an older company but they just don't know to take all these pictures. Pictures are a fantastic way to get your stuff out there, but it's not just for Facebook. Put it on your website because this is your sales tool. People come on here, they read your stuff, they see what you can do, and they learn all about you. So I hope this helps. Do us a favor, drop us a comment. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think I went too hard on all-in painting? Let me know, because I would say this is one of the better contracting websites, but there's, as you can imagine, there's always room to improve. So let me know how I did, and if you know a painting contractor that may need to see this, because painting truly, for lack of a better word, is kind of a horse game when it comes to trying to differentiate yourself from other painting contractors. Send this to them, because this may be that wake-up call that they need. Thank you very much, and get after it, because this stuff is not super easy, but you just got to be diligent and keep after it. Hey, thanks for checking this out. We love it when you make it all the way through, because usually the goodies are at the end. If you want more of this stuff, hit subscribe. Whether it's up top or down below, it depends on what platform you're on, but do us a favor, subscribe to us, because we're constantly pushing out free information that you can take back and implement immediately into your company, or at least know a little bit more about the internet. So, hope you loved it. Hit subscribe. See you next time.